Drake is currently under fire for his performance at the Astroworld Festival that led to the death of 9 people, and now people are looking into his past and uncovering other times where we were warned about Drake. I'm Mackenzie and let's get into it. First up, we got Rihanna. Rihanna and Drake have a long history, including a romantic relationship and a bad breakup. In a 2018 interview, she shared her comments on Drake's infamous love profession that took place at the 2016 MTV VMAs, and apparently she wasn't happy with his outburst. She told Vogue, quote, "The VMAs is such a fan-focused award show, so having that energy around me and knowing the people who had received the award in the past made it feel like a big deal. Waiting through that speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. I don't like too many compliments, I don't like to be put on blast." Apparently the uncomfortability of that situation led the two to distance, and they were much closer friends before the speech. She said they weren't enemies by any means, but just not as close as they were before, saying, quote, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." Following the interview, Drake unfollowed Rihanna on Instagram, so clearly he was hurt that she felt uncomfortable about the comments. But it's understandable that she didn't want a groundbreaking career moment to be overshadowed by a romantic confession. Next up, Tyga. Tyga clearly is not fond of Drake, which he has made clear multiple times over the years. While Tyga was doing an interview with Power 106 in 2013, he was asked to play a game which he was asked who he would save from drowning, using people from his record label. At first they asked who he would save between Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj. Tyga couldn't choose, so he said to make one of them Drake, adding that he would save either one of them over Drake. But he said he didn't hate Drake, he was just closer with the others. But that changed a year later when he did another interview and completely trashed Drake. He said, quote, "I don't really get along with Drake." Tyga says that he likes Drake's music, just not who he is as a person. Apparently Tyga claims he's fake, and that when they are together it feels like the relationship is forced. Drake responded to the comments in his song 6 PM in New York from his 2016 mixtape. In the song, Drake shaded his relationship with Kylie Jenner, who was a teenager at the time. In the song, Drake tells Tyga to act his age, not his girl's age. XXXTENTACION. The late rapper accused Drake of stealing his music. Apparently Drake's song KMT from the 2017 playlist More Life sounds a lot like X's song Look At Me. X subtweeted Drake, saying that he was not the first nor the last person that Drake has stolen from, adding that Drake shouldn't come to Florida. X, who was a rising star at the time, elaborated on the issue in a March 2017 interview with Miami radio station 103.5 The Beat. Apparently Drake contacted X before he released the song KMT and said he might want to sign him, but instead Drake never contacted him again and took the flow for the song. Drake denied these allegations but admitted he saw some similarities in the music, although Drake said he's not dumb enough to steal from anyone at this point in his career. Next up, Pusha T. Pusha T is another rapper that is not fond of Drake. These two have been feuding since 2011, and their feud ended with Drake's son being exposed. In the years that they feuded, they would shade each other at concerts and snub each other when asked. But in 2018, things got messy when Pusha accused Drake of using a ghostwriter on the song Infrared. Drake responded by dropping Duppy Freestyle, which took aim at Pusha's age, career, wealth, and more, and even name-dropped his lady Virginia Williams. Pusha then took the beef to the next level and released The Story of Adidon, where Pusha revealed that Drake had a secret child that he fathered with adult actress Sophie Brazeau. Drake was not sure whether to hit back or to end the feud at that time, but he ended up letting it go and moving on, announcing his son to social media and confirmed the allegation was true. Drake said, quote, "The song, I thought it was trash, but the chess move was genius. Back against the wall, I either go all the way filthy or I fall back, and I have this sort of chink in my armor for the rest of time. I can live with that." Next up, Lily Allen. Drake's 2017 album More Life was a smash hit after its release, but Lily Allen was not happy with the lack of female talent on the record. She tweeted following the release, quote, 22 songs and 1 female feature, still sad. Many agreed with Allen and saw her point that diversity in the music community should be celebrated. But she also got a lot of backlash from Drake's fans who said it was not her place to comment on black art. One publication said that Allen was, quote, trying to police black art and dictate how black artists should create their own music. Others even called out her lack of male features on her songs, saying she was a hypocrite. She was also accused of appropriating black culture in her music but not working with any black artists. After the backlash was too much to ignore, Allen tweeted an apology, saying that she will continue to educate herself. Next up, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj and Drake have an interesting relationship. Sometimes they are best of friends, other times they feuded publicly. Although their relationship went sour in 2017 after Drake feuded with Nicki's boyfriend at the time, Meek Mill. The drama happened because Drake insinuated that Nicki was more popular than Meek on his record Back to Back. and Nicki was caught in the middle trying to defend her boyfriend. After the song was released, Nicki and Drake unfollowed each other on social media. Nicki then clapped back in her own track, Barbie Gone Bad, which was a remix to a song that Drake and Meek put out earlier. She said, quote, "Old boy and my brother tried to end me, dog." But these two are besties once again, and even collabed on Nicki's legendary diss track, No Feuds, in 2017. Kanye West. Kanye and Drake are sworn enemies, which we know after the epic Donda vs Certified Lover Boy album feud. The beef with these two have been on and off for years, but things hit a peak in 2018 when his song In My Feelings made people think that he was having an affair with Kim Kardashian. Kanye called out Drake in a video saying, quote, "The fact that people are making rumors that you slept with my wife and you're not saying anything, that don't sit well with my spirit." Confusion comes from the lyrics, "Kiki, do you love me?" because a common nickname for Kim is Kiki, which fans have seen on their show Keeping Up. Kanye continued, quote, "You know, if I had a girlfriend from Chicago, her name was Ranita, and then you were married to Rihanna, I wouldn't make no song called Riri. Don't make no record with nothing that could be confused." Kim even got involved herself, saying the pair had never hooked up. After this, Kim and Kanye both claimed that Drake threatened them, and the two fired back at social media. Kim tweeted, quote, "Never threaten my husband or our family, he paved the way for there to be a Drake." Jennifer Lopez. Only a few short months after Drake declared his love for Rihanna on stage at the MTV VMAs, rumors were swirling that he was dating J-Lo. Apparently, the whole thing was set up by Drake, and he used J-Lo to generate press and sell records. The pair posted some cuddly photos on Instagram that made it seem like they were an item, but after some investigation, TMZ and Page Six learned it was all a PR stunt to sell a collaboration they were going to be releasing. One insider said, quote, "This relationship is fake. It's just a publicity stunt to publicize their record together. If Jennifer and Drake were really dating, they'd be way more private about it." Doesn't Drake realize it looks weird to declare his love for Rihanna at the MTV Awards and then start flaunting his chemistry with J-Lo a few months later? The pair later dropped a song in 2017 called Teenage Fever. And finally, at number 1, we got Drake himself. On Pusha T's diss track of Drake, the cover showed a photo of Drake in blackface. After the shocking photo was released, fans demanded an explanation of why Drake would ever do blackface. Days after Drake explained that the photo was taken in 2007 when he was a struggling actor trying to get roles. He added, quote, "The photos represented how African Americans were once wrongfully portrayed in entertainment. This was to highlight and raise our frustrations with not always getting a fair chance in the industry and to make a point that the struggle for black actors had not changed much." But this is far from the only controversial thing that Drake has done. In 2014, TMZ reported that Drake threatened an adult dancer named Johnny Blaze because Drake thought she was going to speak publicly about their encounter. Apparently they slept together and Drake didn't want her to tell anyone, so he sent her tons of threatening texts. His threats were so bad that she called the police when she saw 2 men waiting outside her door for her. Drake denied all the claims. So that is all for the video. Let me know your thoughts below. But before I go, I'm going to shout out some comments from mine and Bree's last collab. Melissa said, "Yes, I think you need to go in depth with Pete Burns." We definitely already have a video, I think, on Pete Burns specifically, so if you want to check that out, you can just search our channel. James said, "Just goes to show it's not good and can be dangerous trying to change what Mother Nature gave to you." It really is. Some of these things, like once you change something so dramatically, you can't always go back. You can't, reverse these changes, so people need to really think a lot more seriously before they do permanent things. And Callis Dillon said, "I don't think Celine Dion did anything other than her teeth." I heard a few comments saying that similar thing. I mean, listen, that could be true, but doctors were the ones speculating, so I thought I would include. Then Margot said, "When did fish lips become attractive? Ew." Yeah, it's really been like a more recent thing. I think there was like a peak lip phase like last year or 2 years ago where people were getting like huge lips. I don't think people do that as much anymore, but yeah, people were getting way too big at some point. Alright guys, that's all for the video today. Thanks so much for sticking around if you made it all the way here. If you liked the video and you want to see more, make sure to like and sub to the channel below. I've been your host, Mackenzie Smith, and I will catch you in the next one.